There are spoilers in this video. There are spoilers all over it. So if you haven't seen The Last Jedi, please do not watch this. Come back to this once you've seen it. It's Jona, and it is about time that I talked about Star Wars The Last Jedi. Right off the bat, I just want to say that anything I say in this video is just based off my opinion of the movie itself. Like, I'm not getting into expanded universe stuff, I'm not getting into like crazy theories, it's just what I thought about the movie. I don't want this to be like a competition about who knows the most about Star Wars and the whole universe. It's just, I'm just a fan, and I just want to talk about what I liked about the movie. It is not a competition. I asked you guys to send me some questions on Instagram so that I could answer what you really wanted to know. That way I wasn't just babbling about all of my many thoughts. This way it's more guided and I can say things that you guys are actually interested in hearing. So let's dive right in without further ado. What did I think about the length of the film? I thought it was perfect. Going into it, you think, wow, 2.5 hours, that's like a really long time. But then, like, once you're in it, it moves so well. The pacing is fantastic. You forget about time and you're just invested and pulled in, and like, it ends and you're like, that's it? That was 2.5 hours? That felt like 2 seconds. So I was okay with the length. I could have done with more. I could have had a 5 hour, okay, 5 hours might be too much, but I could have had a 2 and 45-minute version. Do you need to see all of the other movies to see this one? In my opinion, I say yes. I definitely think that you should see the other ones before seeing this because it'll mean more to you and it'll make more sense to you. I guess you could see this one without seeing the other ones, but I don't think it would be the same. At least I would say watch the original trilogy and Force Awakens before going in. I think you can do without the prequels in this case. I don't know though. I just say watch them all and then you'll appreciate it more. Did you like Rose as a character? Yes, Kelly Marie Tran is precious, too good for this world. I loved Rose's fangirl moment when she first saw Finn. That was so me. I relate. But she didn't let that stop her from like doing her job and tasering him. Like, she had no fear. She is tough, she's determined, she is so super cool, and I really like what she added to the dynamic of the cast. Like, I'm obsessed. Overall, I just think Rose was a really interesting and compelling character that I really felt for, despite like not knowing her as well as Luke or Leia. I'm definitely excited to see where her character goes and what happens with her. What do you think about Leia's moment where you thought she was going to die, but she used the Force to fly back to the ship? I cried the first time that I saw that scene. I could not take it. I knew that Rian Johnson said that Leia was going to live on forever and that they weren't going to kill her in the movie. But then they did that and I was like, excuse me, did you lie to me, Rian Johnson? I was not ready. I was not prepared in any way. I cried. But I thought it was really cool because we don't often see like Force-sensitive Leia. So I definitely thought it was cool to like see her power in like such a big magnitude. Does that make sense? But man, they got me. I was emotional. Okay, this person says, Jona, I really thought that Commander Holdo was by far the worst and most replaceable character yet. I feel like it could have been replaced with anyone else and would have helped the story a lot. What do you think about her? Here's where I am on the whole Admiral Holdo thing. I feel like she is somebody and she is significant because why else would they focus so much on her and make a point for her to say to Leia, you taught me about loss? There has to be a reason. Like, everything in this is thought out, so I just know that there has to be some sort of significance to her, and I don't think that was the last time we'll hear about her, or maybe you see her. Well, actually I'm pretty sure she's dead, so I don't think it's the last time we'll hear about her though. Part of me, this is like really out there, and I don't expect it to be right, but part of me thinks she's related to Rey. Maybe? There is no way that she just came in there just for that. Like, there's no way. I don't know what it is. My mind is swirling, but I feel like she is significant and we're gonna know about her. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was it. But I don't see that being it with her. I don't. So my question for all of you is, what did you think of Admiral Holdo? Do you think she has like some sort of significance that hasn't been revealed to us yet? Or do you think that was it? That was her whole thing. What did you think of Kylo Ren / Ben Swolo as a character? Did your opinion change at all from The Force Awakens? I definitely think my opinion changed. I'm just not sure how. I definitely think we saw like more of him and he became more of like a well-rounded character in The Last Jedi. In The Force Awakens, he was kind of just like a tantrum baby. Sorry to anyone that really likes him, but he threw a lot of tantrums. And there was that one moment where he threw the tantrum and the stormtroopers were just like, all right, let's just go get a coffee, we're done. But in this one, we saw like other sides of him and we learned a little bit more about like how he became Kylo Ren. And so he just like seemed like a more fleshed out, well-rounded, interesting character this time around. So that's how my opinion changed, if that makes any sense at all. I'm not sure that it does. What made you laugh the most? There were so many funny moments. There's one line that just, to me, screams Carrie Fisher. When Leia slaps Poe and she's like, get your head out of your cockpit. That is so Carrie. I bet you Carrie came up with that line. I know. That always makes me laugh. Poe saying like, I'm trying to get in touch with General Hux. I'll hold. Still here, still holding. That's always really funny. Whenever BB-8's like, naked Finn is squirting water, and Poe is like, did you try a chip or something? I don't know, it's something like that. That's funny. Luke tossing the lightsaber over his shoulder is really funny, and also when he brushes off his shoulder, that's really funny. I'm probably missing a bunch of really great moments, but I love the humor in this. I thought it was so well done. Like, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this humor is so out of place. It was just like, nice, I really liked it. Mark Hamill stated that he wasn't super happy initially with what the director was asking him to do with Luke, character-wise. Do you think Luke was out of character? I don't think that Luke was out of character. I see like both sides of why people think he was and why people think he wasn't. But I don't think he was. I really don't. I don't even know how to explain why I think he wasn't out of character, but I just don't think he was. It made sense to me. Like I wasn't questioning it. I mean, it is a little bit weird that he like was about to kill Kylo Ren. Like that's not very Luke-ish to me. But like, I get it. I get it. That was a really bad answer. I'm sorry about that. But I get it. I get what Rian Johnson is doing, and I'm with it. I'm down. Thoughts on the Kylo Ren Rey Force connection-y thingy? Yeah. Okay, good question. I like it. I think it's cool, and I thought it was like a new, interesting sort of dynamic thingy. Kind of reminiscent of how like Obi-Wan and Yoda communicate with Luke, but like not really the same thing at all, but like kind of reminds you of that. I definitely thought it was interesting, and I'd like to learn more about it and more about how Snoke did it, because apparently he did it. Oh, I just thought of something else that's really funny. Whenever Snoke just gets kind of happy, he just flops, and then there's a moment where they just show his two halves, and I was the only one in the theater that laughed. I cracked up at that part. I thought it was so funny. It's not supposed to be funny, I don't think, but I thought it was funny. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so apparently Snoke did that. So I'm interested to learn more about how that all works, because like, what? Do you like Poe's character? I actually, surprisingly, think that Poe was my favorite character in The Last Jedi. Like, I am obsessed with his storyline. I'm obsessed with him. Like, I don't even know why. But like, even like the other times that I've seen it, aside from my first time, I'm always excited for Poe to be on screen. Why? I don't really know. I love his fearlessness. I love his dedication. Oh, he's great. When he threw his little tantrum thing, like a la Kylo Ren style, I was like, Poe, calm down. And when he sassed C-3PO. Nobody sasses C-3PO in my house. But other than that, I really liked him a lot. I got a million questions about ships. So Kylo Ren and Rey, Rey and Finn, Finn and Poe, Finn and Rose, Rey and Poe, which I didn't even know was a thing until now. I personally totally ship Finn and Poe, but it looks like they're not going in that direction, even though Oscar Isaac, he wants it to be that, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Oscar Isaac, but I don't think they're going in that direction, unfortunately. So, what do I think? I'm not sure who I ship Rey with, but I do know that when Finn was with Rose, like comforting her, and Rey was looking to them, the look on Rey's face really hurt me. Like, I felt it internally. So I guess that means that I want Rey with Finn, but I really like Rose. Rose is so great and so awesome, so I don't really know. But I did feel the tension with Kylo and Rey, which was weird. Like, there was a moment I thought they were going to kiss, for sure. I was like, oh my gosh, they're about to kiss. I'm pretty sure that it's in the elevator, like right before they go into Snoke's chambers, and there's a moment where Rey like looks at Kylo Ren's lips, and that's a sign that like you want to kiss somebody. So I was like, what? So I don't really know, to be honest, and I know you guys want the juice and the tea to be spilled, but I don't have any tea. I just know that I personally want Finn and Poe together, please. What's one quote, scene, or moment that either spoke out to you or you took away from the film? I think that one really powerful line is what Rose says, and I'm probably going to say it wrong, like not with the exact right words, but it's something like, "That's how we'll win, not by fighting what we hate, but by saving what we love." I just remember hearing that for the first time and just like letting it sink in, and it was just such a powerful line that I wasn't expecting in that moment, really. There's also something Yoda says. It's right at the end of the scene with Yoda, but I don't remember what it is. What did you think of the ending with the kid? Guys, I don't know what to think. When he used the Force to get the broom, I was like, what? And it reminded me so much of Luke, and it made me really nostalgic, and I'm just like, this is great. But I don't know what to think of that. I'm guessing we'll find out a lot more about that kid soon. So those are some of my thoughts on The Last Jedi. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and we can discuss them. But definitely let me know what you think of Vice Admiral Holdo and who she could be, because that's something that's really bugging me, and I want to know what other people think. I love you all. Stay beautiful, you people. Bye!